scribbled off one of our sources, not the actual name of the show. Anyway, the show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music you're hearing, and anything else potentially interesting that we gather throughout the show, or what's already down there, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Aozander, and you are you. Today is Wednesday, aka Odin's Day, aka Wednesday, July 13th, 2022. Let's jump into history, shall we? Starting us off in 1174, William I of Scotland, a key rebel in the revolt of 1173 through 74, was captured at Alnwick by forces loyal to Henry II of England. 1657, Oliver Cromwell constrained English army leader John Lambert. Okay. 1772, Captain James Cook began his second voyage to the South Seas aboard the Resolution to search for Terra Australis, the southern continent. Later, I think they would use that word to name Australia, because Australis, Australia? Hello, welcome Scarscale to the show. How are you today?
Just saying hello to my friend Mr. Xander.
Hello.
Enjoy your... I will see you later. I need to ask you something that's not on air. It's regarding cooler, other stuff, brother.
I understand. All right, then I will see you in approximately about a half hour, depending on stuff. So, send me a DM.
No rush.
Send me a DM to remind me to TM you back. Tell you when I'm done. All right?
Yeah, it's just inquiring minds. All right, brother.
Yeah.
Take care.
All right.
Have a good one.
Have a good
Enjoy.
one. See you then.
Peace.
Yep. Anyway, moving on up into 1135, Swedish-American inventor John Ericsson filed for a patent for his screw propeller design. Ooh, screw propeller. Let me look at that. Here. Come on, give me Newgrounds. Not Newgrounds, give me Google. Newgrounds. Does Newgrounds even exist anymore without Flash? Well, Google is being a stupid, laggy piece of crap. Come on. There we go. Screw propeller. I already know what it looks like. But, oh, wait, no, I guess I didn't. Actually, hold on a sec. Images, there we go. Which one, though? Which one is a screw propeller? Who is this guy? John Ericsson. Okay, John Ericsson. Screw propeller, John. Okay, so there we go. Alright. So a basic propeller. Moving on up into 1837, Queen Victoria was the first monarch to live in present Buckingham Palace. Ooh. So that has not been around for as long as I thought. Still pretty old, but yeah. Victoria, though, you know, the creator of the Victoria Cross and stuff, she was a very influential queen. And a very tiny crown. Almost looks like a yarmulke. a yarmulke crown. Anyway, 1865, P.T. Barnum's museum burned down. Uh-oh, that sucks. Yeah, I don't like it when museums burn down. 1870, King Wilhelm of Prussia sent Emster Depeche on Bismarck. What is that? Emser, is that it? What is that? Let me see. Emser Depeche. Sometimes called the Ems Telegram, was published on July 13th, 1870, and incited the Second French Empire to start the Franco-Prussian War, and to declare on the kingdom declare war on the Kingdom of Prussia on July 19th, 1870. Is this the same thing? 1870, yeah. So Bismarck. So this wasn't the battleship. This was the guy Bismarck. For further reading into this particular what the hell? I don't want to donate. Go away. Go away. I don't have any money to donate. It's all gone. Thank you, Brandon. Anyway, 1923, the Holly Weird sign was officially dedicated in the hills above Holly Weird, Los Angeles. It originally read Holly Weird Land, but the 4 last letters were dropped after a renovation in 1949. Yeah. I remember when somebody went up there and changed it to Holly Weed, and to this day, I don't think anybody knows how he snuck up there, you know, with the ability to, you know, cause such major alterations without getting caught. Maybe he got caught. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. If you have, tell me in the underbar, or in the comments section. I keep talking about the underbar. Anyway, moving on up into 1926, Paavo Nurmi ran world record 3,000 meters in 8 minutes, 20 seconds, and what, 20.4 seconds. Okay. 1934, Babe Ruth hit his 700th career home run against Detroit. Nice. 1 year later, 1935, Richard Strauss resigned as chairman of Reichskulturkammer. What the hell is that? These damn German words and their craziness. The Reich Chamber of Culture was a government agency in Nazi Germany. Okay, well, that's probably why. Alright, you know what? I'm going to add this link into the underbar as well for further reading. Because history is important, even the bad bits. Moving on up into 1939, Frank Sinatra made his recording debut with the Harry James Orchestra singing From the Bottom of My Heart and Melancholy Mood. Pardon me. 2 years later, 1941, PGA Championship men's golf, Cherry Hills Country Club, Vic Gezzi won his only major title over defending champion Byron Nelson in 38 holes. That's a lot of holes. That's a lot of holes for two men to fill, you know? If you know what I mean. 1949, Pope Pius XII excommunicated communist Catholics. Good. 1950, doctors removed 7 bone fragments from Ted Williams' elbow. What? Is this the guy who broke his elbow? Is that bone fragments was his elbow? What the hell? That's frightening. 1955, industrialist Cyrus Eaton first offered to host a conference on dangers of nuclear weapons in Pugwash, Nova Scotia. What a name, Pugwash. I wonder if that's where the name of the breed of dogs came from. Pug, you know? If you want your pugs washed, you know, they're the best, dog groomers for that species. I don't know what I'm doing. 1960, U.S. Democratic Convention nominated JFK as presidential candidate. 2 years later, 1962, British Open men's golf at Royal Troon. Arnold Palmer won his second consecutive Open, 6 strokes clear of runner-up Cal Nagle of Australia. 1969, North Ireland loyalist Ian Paisley addresses a crowd at Longall, County Antrim, and is reported to have said, quote, I am anti-Roman Catholic, but God being my judge, I love the poor dupes who are ground down under that system, end quote. Huh. That doesn't sound too nice or friendly, but... 1971, the 42nd MLB All-Star Game at Tiger Stadium in Detroit, Michigan. The American League defeated the National League 6-4. Most valuable player is Frank Robinson of the Baltimore Orioles. OF. I don't know what OF is. Orange Foundation, like what state is that? What state is OF? Let me look at that real quick. What state is OF? 2-letter state. There is no OF. Okay. Well, anyway. Moving on up into 1978, BBC banned Sex Pistols' "No One Is Innocent." Censorship. Pointing out the truth, and that's not what the powers that be want. No one is indeed innocent. 1979, Caliphs Nolan Ryan and Boston Steve Renko each lost no-hitters in the ninth. Also 1979, George Harrison released his single Faster. Okay. 1984, Eddie Van Halen made a guest appearance performing Beat It in the Jacksons concert in Dallas, Texas. 365 days later, 1985, New York Yankees retired Roger Maris number 9 and Elston Howard 32 uniforms. 1987, federal judge threw out Betty Midler's $10 million suit against Ford Motor Company, who used a sound-alike voice for their TV commercials. Well, it's obvious what they were doing, so she should have won that case. That's bullshit. Also in 1987, Kylie Minogue released her debut single, Locomotion. Everybody do the locomotion. 1988, Sting performed his first Rainforest benefit at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. 1993, All-Star MVP Kirby Puckett of the Minnesota Twins. Alright. 1994, former NFL running back, broadcaster, and actor O.J. Simpson, who was charged with murder, gave hair samples for testing. Okay. Also in 1994, Tonya Harding's ex-husband Jeff Gilloy sentenced to 2 years in prison for an attack on American Olympic figure skater Nancy Kerrigan. Good. Yeah, that was the guy who tried to, disrupt her or something. Probably tried to kill her. I don't remember. It's kind of foggy. So much history is absorbed in this brain that I can't remember too much. So I just have little bits and pieces of everything. 1997, Senior Players Championship Men's Golf, TPC of Michigan. Larry Gilbert won his lone career major title by 3 strokes from ISO Aoki, Bob Dixon, and Jack Kiefer and Dave Stockton. Why can't I read? 1997 as well, during the U.S. Open Women's Golf at the Pumpkin Ridge Golf Club, Alison Nicholas of England won her lone major title, 1 stroke ahead of runner-up Nancy Lopez. Oh, look at that hair. That's really cool. 2003, Senior Players Championship Men's Golf, TPC of Michigan. Craig Standler won his first of 2 Champions Tour major titles by 3 strokes from Tom Kitt, Jim Thorpe, and Tom Watson. Or Tom Kite, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, this guy, Tom Watson's just looking at me. How do you not know how to pronounce kite? Come on, you're an English speaker, you stupid bastard. 2006, UK singer-songwriter Lily Allen released her debut album, Alright Still, later to win the Grammy nominee Best Alternative Music Album. 2 years later, 2008, brewing company InBev announced a deal to buy American brewer Anheuser-Busch for almost $52 billion. Jesus. 1 year later, 2009, She-Wolf, the lead single from Shakira's 8th album, premiered. I'm going to have to listen to that. 2014, just a mere 8 years ago, FIFA World Cup Awards, Lionel Messi, the Golden Ball, James Rodriguez, Golden Boot, and Manuel Neuer, the Golden Gloves. I guess that's what they won. That's the titles. That wasn't their nicknames. So he got the Golden Ball, he got the Golden Boot, and that guy got the Golden Gloves. So I guess the ball is like offense, boots are defense, and gloves are goalie. I don't know. Also in 2014, FIFA World Cup final, Macarena Stadium, Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Mario Götze scored an extra time winner as Germany defeated Argentina 1-0. 2016, Theresa May was elected Prime Minister of the United Kingdom by Conservative Party MPs. MP, Minister Primes, or Prime Minister? What is MPs? Military police? I don't know. 1 year later, 2017, Dunkirk, the film directed by Christopher Nolan, a really good film, by the way. The opening was just quiet, and they're just wandering the streets, and then all of a sudden, pop, 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 pop! God, that was as real as you can get, aside from Saving Private Ryan and several other films. That was good. Anyway, with ensemble cast including Mark Rylance and Tom Hardy, premiered in London, England. I wish I was there. That was a good movie. Also in 2017, U.S. President Donald Trump arrived in Paris for a 2-day visit with French President Emmanuel Macron. Oh, that guy is a macaroni. 2018, actress Scarlett Johansson withdrew from a transgender film role after criticism of her casting. Yeah, what's with all this trans crap? I'm all for trans rights, but stop pushing it down our throats. What do you guys think you are, Catholics? Fucking bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses going around knocking on every major studio like, hey, let's talk about our Lord and Savior, trans rights. LBGT rights. This rights, that rights. We don't disagree with you people, just fucking stop, 2018, large protests in London against U.S. President Donald Trump, featuring Trump-like baby blimp as President Trump met Queen Elizabeth II in Windsor Castle. I remember that. Let's look at that. Trump blimp, like a giant baby. Yeah, this one. That's funny. Moving on up, 2019, Wimbledon women's tennis. Wimbledon, I knew you guys were not done with me yet. I was just hoping, but at the very end, you get me when I'm off guard, nip me right in the bud. Simona Halep defeated Serena Williams 6-2, 6-2 in just 55 minutes, the first Romanian to win a Wimbledon singles title. That's pretty good, and there's no better tennis player, really, other than Bjorn Borg and maybe a few others. I don't know much about tennis. I'm not into it. But Serena Williams is known, and to beat her, becoming the first Romanian, to win that title. That's pretty cool. Very few other ways you could have gone about it to be more cool. 2021, just last year, 337 people died in violent protests and looting in South Africa following the jailing of Jacob Zuma, with more than 200 shopping malls set alight. Mostly peaceful, I bet. Anyway, before we move on into bursts, and deaths, were there any articles that grabbed your attention? Anything that you want to expand upon? Any questions you want to, ask? Any answers you want to give? Just open up a dialogue in the comments section. Let's start, keep things going with the show. Anyway, moving on into bursts 100 BC, which stands for before Christ. Not that before Common Era bullshit. Julius Caesar. He was a Roman military and political leader. He was born in Rome, and dying in 44 BC, or July 12th. Okay. I guess old style or something? I don't know. Anyway, doing one hell of a time jump into 1821, Nathan Bedford Forrest was born on this date. He was a U.S. or an American slave trader, a Confederate lieutenant, and Triple K Grand Wizard, born in Chapel Hill, Tennessee, dying in 1877. Not a good guy. Not a good guy. Alberto Ascari was born on this date in 1918. He was an Italian auto racer, the world F1 champion from 1952 and 53, born in Milan, Italy, dying in 1955. The old-timey racing gear right there. Nowadays they wear the big old helmets and everything and all that stuff. 1934, Wole Soyinka was a Nigerian player, or is a Nigerian playwright and poet. Wrote Kongi's Harvest, Nobel of 1986. He was born in Abeokuta near Ibadan in Nigeria. 1940, Patrick Stewart! Hey, Sir Patrick Stewart. English actor, Star Trek The Next Generation, Captain Picard, X-Men, Charles Xavier, among other many prestigious roles. He was born in Mirfield, Yorkshire, England. 1942, Harrison Ford. Wow, really? So 40 and then 42. So we have Sir Patrick Stewart and then Harrison Ford. Wow. He is a U.S. actor, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Blade Runner, born in Chicago, Illinois. I did not know that. Then we have Erno Rubik in 1944 and a Hungarian inventor, Rubik's Cube. Hey, Erno Rubik, okay. Born in Budapest, Hungary. Well, the inventor of the Rubik's Cube. So today is like a good day for births. As I just scroll, oh, come on, give me a... Well, I guess that was the end. It is not a good day for births. God, why must you always make me bite my tongue? Anyway, moving on into deaths, we have James Bradley, died on this date in 1792. He was an English astronomer. The third Royal discovered Earth's nutation motion, died at the age of 69. What is Earth's nutation motion? So let me check that out here real quick. Earth's nutation motion. Nutation is a rocking, swing, or nodding motion in the axis of rotation of a largely axially symmetric object, such as a gyroscope, planet, or bullet in flight, or as an intended behavior of a mechanism. Okay, well, I can understand that. I did not know the word, but I already knew all of that theory and such. Then we have Jean-Paul Marat in 1793. He was a French journalist and revolutionary, friend of the people, periodical. He was murdered by Charlotte Corday in a bath at the age of 50. Well, that's not nice. If there's ever a worse place to get murdered than a shower, it's a bath. Because at least showers are standing up. Baths, it's like in bed. Except instead of having to fight your sheets, now you're fighting water, and your sheets can't drown you. Although they can asphyxiate with you if you use a pillow. Anyway, 1934, we lost Kate Shepherd. He was a New Zealand suffragette and the most prominent member of New Zealand's women's suffragette movement. She died at the age of 87. Alright, Kate Shepherd. Rest in peace. 1946, we lost Alfred Stieglitz. He was a U.S. photographer and art dealer, camera work, died at 82. Then 1951, we have Arnold Schoenberg. He was an Australian U.S. composer, Werk l'arte Nacht, Transfigured Night, Second Quartet, and painter associated with the Expressionist movement, died at 76. 1954 took from us Frida Kahlo, a Mexican painter who explored questions of identity, post-colonialism, gender, and race in Mexican society. Dies of a pulmonary embolism at 47. That sucks. Leslie Grove died on this date in 1970. He was a U.S. Army engineer who directed the Manhattan Project and construction of the Pentagon. Died of a heart attack at 73. Yeah, I don't blame him for a heart attack under all that stress. Manhattan Project, Pentagon, you know, Jesus, thumpity thump, you know. Pressure. Who else died? George Steinbrenner in 2010. You know, I'm dead. American, U.S. businessman and MLB team owner, New York Yankees, died from a heart attack at the age of 80. Yeah, you know, just as my dad said, you know, a couple weeks ago, his picture is like, I'm dead? You know? 2013, we lost Corey Monteith, a Canadian actor and musician, died of heroin and alcohol overdose at 31. Yeesh. Yeesh, not good. 2017, Liu Xiaobo, a Chinese writer and human rights activist, died from liver cancer at 61. And that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar in the description for any links that you might find interesting, including everything in the OMNI Coalition. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. For all of you and all of us, I am Ayo Xander, and you are you, and until you catch us tomorrow, do not forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles! Let's go, Brandon.